Hi, it's Nadine. Today we will be journaling together. I wanted to preserve my memories from Siargao. I wasn't able to vlog there, so journaling is my next favorite way of keeping my days. I like to somehow set the mood, so I'm creating a nice, comfortable space for me to let my thoughts out. Snacks are, of course, a must, as well as music. Here's my journal. It's quite small, and because of that, filling each page is easy, so it satisfies me a lot quicker than a larger size notebook would. I've actually written some stuff already about the trip, and in the clips I'm showing you, I'm just continuing on to journaling the other days, but for the sake of this video, I would like to share some of my key and favorite moments from the trip. The Siargao trip was a trip full of firsts. It was my first plane trip with all of my friends, and I went with all of my high school friends. It was the first all-expense paid trip courtesy of myself. I guess that in itself is an accomplishment, and it definitely made me appreciate all the trips I had with my family a lot more. On the first day, when we arrived at the Airbnb, it was my first time to be this emojied/shocked on the living situation. This sounds so spoiled of me, but okay, to be honest, it is a livable space with good value for money. It was 400 pesos a night per person. I don't have clips of it because frankly, I didn't want to remember it, but the view from it was amazing. The only thing is that it was just a bit difficult squeezing 7 girls in a room. It was also my first time to surf during that day. I never had the urge to try the sport out. Up until actually being in Siargao, I really told my friends that I wasn't going to join them for surfing. I was super scared to do so, but it's actually pretty simple and straightforward to do. I really enjoyed myself here. It was a challenge, and I'm happy that I partook in it. Literally just riding the wave and having fun trying to not fall off the board. It was super fun, and the instructors were all so encouraging. They are the best hype men that I've ever met. For some reason, it was on my bucket list to jump off a cliff or at least something high in my lifetime. And during this trip, I had the chance to jump off a modest 12 feet rock/jumping point. It doesn't sound super high, just imagining 2 6-footers on top of each other, but getting up to that jumping point, you had to legit climb rocks to get up there. And once you're there looking down, it's kind of scary but exciting and exhilarating at the same time. It's no bungee jump or skydive, but for me, it's a small victory. TMI, but I got a massive wedgie afterwards. It is no joke. Another first was entering a secluded lagoon. I felt both wonder and amazement and fear of what's underneath of me, of what's unknown, of what could be under there. It's similar to the realization that the world is so big, and the majority of the depths of the sea have not yet been discovered, and so human knowledge is tremendously limited. There's only so much we understand about the world, and just realizing our limits and how God is so great and mighty, it was truly an experience. I was actually terrified of it, but it was also beautiful at the same time. It was confusing. Anyway, this trip was also the first time that I wasn't so worried about taking the perfect photo. Yeah, I tried my best to take some photos, but halfway through the trip, photos weren't my main concern. Photos are the best souvenirs, but it was still pretty liberating to not have to worry about that. I've never regretted ever taking a photo of something somewhere, but the feeling of knowing that I'm only ever going to see this thing right in front of me once, as it is, excited me. And it's an act of trusting my own senses, trusting that I will remember, trusting that my eyes and right now is enough. Everybody is beautiful. I just felt so safe in the environment I was in. My friends never made me feel insecure. The people there weren't invasive whatsoever. To be honest, I think Siargao's people are one of the nicest that I've ever encountered. I had no reason to feel self-conscious. Of course, I had small slips of insecurities during the trip, but I am just human. But the main feeling of it all was, this is my body, and I accept it, I love it. It takes me places, and I'm able to have amazing adventures through it. Some other special moments to treasure that I would like to share, they're super simple, but they have a special place in my heart. Firstly was playing in the sand with friends. It is truly a simple joy, but at that moment, we were literally acting like such kids, and I realized that these people, I grew up with them. They're my childhood, transitioning to adulthood. We also had a movie-like scene featuring a toilet bowl. During the moment, there was panic, but looking back, we had a slow-motion movie-like scene wherein instead of flushing, the toilet bowl and its unnamed contents were rising up. Some overflowed to the bathroom floor. We had to play plumber and try to stick a band-aid onto the situation. Thankfully, we were able to do so, and we can laugh about it now. I also had my worst and best sleeps there in that Airbnb that I was talking about. The first night there, I had my worst sleep. I kept waking up feeling uncomfortable, but it just made me appreciate my bedroom even more. I mean, what's a friend's trip without sad and questionable sleeping situations? Am I right? Traveling gives you a reason to miss home. It also tests you in real-life situations wherein quick decisions must be made. And traveling encourages you to see your non-normal and others as normal. Gratefulness overflows and you see the sweetness in life. I'm so thankful that I have this set of responsible, thoughtful, and reliable friends, and I can't count on them more. I'm so excited for the next trip. And for you guys, thank you so much for taking some time to journal with me. Love always, Nadine.